What's up YouTube fam, Evo9 back at you again today. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. On today's episode, my Evo is about to get cooler. Literally. Stay tuned. So guys, if you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in once again, and consider subscribing and pressing that subscribe button down below because I have a lot of parts that is going to be put onto this Evo and I want you guys to follow me on this journey. Once again, this episode is sponsored by Mishimoto. So thank you again to Mishimoto for providing me with a brand new radiator for my Evo 9. Just a quick info guys on what a radiator does. Pretty much your engine produces a lot of heat. Coolant is then pumped through the engine and then recirculated back to the radiator, which pretty much cools down all that heat. So pretty much it prevents your engine from overheating and blowing up. Definitely the Mishimoto Radiator will perform better than the stock radiator. Today's episode guys, I'm just gonna be changing out my stock radiator, which is right here. It is made out of plastic, the stock radiator that came with the 9, and it has the fan, and putting that stock fan and attaching it with that. This radiator that I chose for Mishimoto is for the Evo 456, but this will pretty much fit onto the Evo 8s and Evo 9. Now the difference between this Evo 456 radiator between the Evo 8 and 9 radiator, grab this right here. So you can tell that the top hose mount is on the right side and this one is located in the middle. I chose the 456 because later on if I go bigger manifold or I consider going like bigger setup for the turbo, this front top hose mount will not get into the way of whatever's going in there, and this will pretty much, and this being located to the right side, will pretty much free up some space onto the middle of my engine bay. So let's go and install this, and let's take out the old radiator, which is right here. Take out the mounts. Now I'm gonna go underneath the car right here. Underneath there's a hose. Disconnect this hose fitting right there. Disconnect the one above upstream from this hose. So what I suggest is you get a catch pan because it's going to be leaking out a lot of coolant. You be prepared and have a sufficient catch pan. Place it right underneath that hose because right when you disconnect it, all that coolant is going to be spilling out of there. Woo, straight out Hulk juice coming out from the bottom. Kind of caught me by surprise and it leaked, filling up pretty quick. Got the Hulk juice. What I did at the top is I covered everything that could possibly get coolant on it. I don't want my manifold and my valve cover and all these electrical parts getting wet. You shouldn't have any problem coolant spewing out right when you disconnect this hose, but what I did was I disconnected the hoses that was attached here on the side, disconnected the hose right here. Now I'm going to disconnect this top hose and possibly take out the radiator fan off here just so I can yank out the radiator a lot easier. So now I'm just unbolting the fan. So there you have it guys, I got the fan out. I had to disconnect this on the fan just so I could yank it out a little easier because it was getting in the way. See how very cramped it is down there. The fan disconnected, just put that aside. Let's go and try to yank this out of here. So there you have it, guys. Old radiator is out. So you can tell it's still in a good condition, still functional the way it does. So if you guys are interested, I have a stock Evo 9 radiator that, yeah, it's up for grabs. Just DM me if you're interested. There you have it. Now let's put in the new. Should just directly slide in there. Just yank off the old hose right there, unclamp it. There's our old hose, and now you can get access to the second hose, the lower hose down there. You can easily access it if you just slide your hand underneath here, the intake, underneath the intake, and there you go. You can see where the clamp is for the lower hose. Unclamp that, and you should be able to pull off this hose right here connecting for the bottom. Whew, about to say that lower one was a pain to take out. Fortunately, I got it all loosened up. I guess it's just been there for so long. I fused onto that line, but we got it out, boys. Get out of there. Out of here. Woo. Take note when you put your hose back on, it's oriented like this, guys. So remember that form. So that's gonna be the top, that's gonna be going to the bottom, back, front. So there you have it, guys. So this is the same setup, as you can tell. Same hose. It's oriented the same way, but the only difference right now is right here, what I was talking to you guys about. This is for the Evo 456. If you flip it over and we install it, it's going to be located on the far right. This one is located on the middle, and that's what I was talking to you guys earlier about, the difference on both the intercoolers. So being on the far right now, the hose on what you have will probably work, but there's a special hose that requires for the 456 so that it routes a little easier. Mishimoto was kind enough to provide me with that hose, which is right here. Boom. And this is gonna be located right here, like this, rather than it being located right there. Difference between the two, there's so much free up space with this type of intercooler. You have this whole space right here open for whatever setup or bigger setup you're gonna do later on for the future. Some people even end up buying half size radiators so that when they do a forward facing turbo, they have enough room right here. Just a quick tip, guys, I'm gonna be putting the lower hoses first down there so I don't struggle putting it back on when I put the top hose up. Make sure that you keep all your clamps from the stock, so take it off from your stock hoses and just transfer them over to the new one. And a quick tip, guys, I usually use a little bit of Vaseline right here, and I put just a tiny bit amount on the inside on both ends. It'll be a lot easier to install the hose rather than just fighting it in there. I got the radiator in, fit in there nice and snug, fit perfect. I got the hoses on top connected right here. So if you look right there, got it connected, got the clamp. So I did have to cut the hose a little bit so that it fits perfect, but I think I only relieved about an inch. So I did 1/2 inch on each end so it'll turn out even. Got the supports here mounted, got the lines back in there. I am missing one bolt here, and yeah, it's pretty much all in, nice and sturdy, fits there nice and snug, and it looks great. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the new look now, guys. And my engine bay is starting to look the way I want it to be. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of the new radiator. And look at how much space there is now in here, guys. Before there used to be a hose that ran over here, was covering the turbo and the manifold a little bit, but now I have all this space, free space, of just in case I go, you know, bigger turbo, or yeah, I just have a lot more room now here to work on for the future. I did come across one issue, so I will be getting with Mishimoto on this, but the stock fan only met up with one of the bolts right here. The other tab didn't quite match with that. So, but that's okay, guys, because I'm gonna be upgrading my fan anyway to a slim shroud, so stay tuned for that. So usually when you upgrade your radiator, you end up upgrading your fan anyways, and you can find a universal fan or shroud out there that will fit perfectly here. This is a little bulky, but you can find a slim shroud. I'm very happy with how it turned out. And again, make sure that you fill up your coolant with the green stuff. So mine had the green coolant. I'm gonna be using the Zerex Valvoline 50/50 premix. Went with the green because that's what came off my radiator and I wanted to match. And I did some searching online on the forums, and yeah, 50/50, the green stuff, is close enough to the OEM stuff. I recommend getting like a good brand. Don't stick with the generic stuff. Go with the good stuff. This cost me about 20 bucks. Yeah, I know it's kind of expensive, but you can get like Peak or Prestone and Zerex as well, and they all will work well. So once again, guys, super stoked on how this install went, and I love how my engine bay is coming along quite nicely. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of the new radiator and how my engine bay is turning out. Once again, guys, thank you for tuning in once again. Thank you, Mishimoto, for providing me with this radiator. It's awesome. I couldn't be thankful enough. And yeah, guys, if you want to know the link, I'll leave the link down below where you can get this radiator, and the link on Mishimoto's website. Help support your boy. Hit that like button if you guys liked the video and you found it helpful, and please press that subscribe button so they can always be in tune of my future builds and what's to come of the Evo. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. You guys have a good day, and make sure you guys visit my site genevo9.com because I got new merch coming in. You guys have a good night. I'll see you next time.